agility, skill, luck, memory, speed, luck, anger, tiresome, blistering, luck, gambling, teamwork, not teamwork, and luck. These are the key elements of the games that keeps us playing this beloved series that pleases us much with pure fun and really tests our patience sometimes. So, I'd like to welcome you to my top 10 best and worst Mario Party minigames. Starting with the worst.
Start!
Curvy curbs from Mario Party 5. Make your way through narrow curves you can't avoid touching. You can't win this minigame by not crashing on at least one curve. A great example of a not so well programmed minigame.
Finish!
Go!
Shake It Up from Mario Party 8. The name says it all. Everything you need to do is shake the controller like someone with the Parkinson disease. And these controls instructions aren't very family friendly, are they? Peril from Mario Party Advance. Walk, hide, walk, hide, walk, hide. That's basically it. Shock Drop or Roll from Mario Party 2. If you play this one with your friends, there's two things that will happen. If you are against the three of them, you lost. They'll be jumping like a pogo ball and you'll stand no chance of winning. If you are on the trio, you won. After all, you'll be jumping like shit. Pretty boring. Frigid Bridges from Mario Party 3. Okay, forget what I said about curvy curves, narrow curves. This one has extremely thin and narrow pathways for you to deliver the ice cube thing to make the bridge. Falling is inevitable. And then there's the gay fish from South Park to freeze you and make your temper go high.
Motherfucking gay fish.
Start!
Get a rope from Mario Party 5. Once again, the name says it all. You get a rope and then you hope Lady Luck's on your side. And she's usually not. Also, this is a duel minigame, so be ready to lose a star or a high amount of coins to a rope.
Yes! I'm gonna win!
Hand, Line and Sinker from Mario Party 3. The boring minigame of all boring minigames. It's flat for both parties. Just swimming around with A from a hand rod. And it runs for 60 fucking seconds. What the fuck? 1 minute of no action at all.
Start!
Bash and Cash from Mario Party 1. Wow, this one's the most unfair minigame ever. You're about to catch a star next turn and then BAM! Bash and Cash! You got yourself inside a Bowser suit and lost 30 coins and your friends shat on your face with laughter. That's what this game's about. Raking them in from Mario Party 2. Oh, I really have hatred of this minigame, Jesus Christ. Delayed commands? Seriously? And it never gets the mushroom you're aiming to. A battle game that's bound to be lost. How swell. Before the number one, the story minigames from Mario Party 4 deserve to be mentioned, cause they are a complete letdown. Actually, the whole story mode from this game is pretty disappointing, and this dual minigames doesn't cooperate to make the ride just a little bit more enjoyable. The 8-player minigames from Mario Party 7 also deserve a mention. Share a GameCube controller to play minigames which are exactly like the ones you use a control per person? No.
Start.
Needless to say, this one is the worst minigame of all time and you know it. You don't disagree with this. Best. Surf's Way Up from Mario Party 8. One of the only minigames worth replaying from this Wii installment. It's just plain cool. It's set on space, makes good use of the motion controls, has an interesting scoring system, and it's a solid duel game. Stamp Out from Mario Party 4. A game in which you wander about a page and randomly stamps it. Yeah, nothing more than that, and yet it's amusing as hell.
Finish. Ready? Go.
Running off the bulb, Mario Party 1. One of the most interesting aspects of the first game is the minigames that revolves around teamwork, and running off the bulb is the best example of these, and one of the hardest. You'll never know from where a boo will come from. Switch Way from Mario Party Advance. I really don't see why this installment's much maligned. There are really few bad minigames to be found here, and the main campaign is pure fun. Switch Way is a minigame that deserves a spotlight for its focus on puzzle and skill that will really please you. Speed Hockey from Mario Party 2. This one's pure frantic fun, especially if you're playing with your friends, because deep in your heart, you know it's impossible to block the shell at the highest speed, yet you can blame your loss on your friend, implying a lack of skill from his part.
Finish. Start.
Pizza Pizza from Mario Party 3. Mash the A button to devour a slice of a pizza. It sounds really dumb, but I don't know. This minigame is ridiculously funny. It brings happiness to those who are playing it. It's pure Mario Party bliss. Stardust Battle from Mario Party 3. The best story minigame in the series. This one really tests your skills by getting you stuck on a goopy field, forcing you to plan a strategy of what star should you take first, and will make you run on ice while being bombarded by falling flaming stars. These two layouts of the stage will really make players who like to do records get mad. Facelift from Mario Party 2 and 1. Just as picture imperfect, this one's also goofiness at its finest. Based on Mario 64's intro thingy, you gotta play around with a character's face. It doesn't need anything to get more interesting, it just is. The one from Mario Party 2 is more interesting because of the variety of characters that are included. Panic Pinball from Mario Party 5. Lost the count of how many times I played this with a friend of mine trying to beat our record, and it never got boring. It has a slot machine that gives you extra points and another one that throws a galore of balls at your field, which makes the minigame more interesting than it was. The perfect example of a two-player entertainment. a honorable mention to the Game Guy Minigames from Mario Party 3. These ones polarize people's opinion. After all, it's pure gambling, pure luck. But my, I love the Game Guy Minigames. And I really mean it. Sometimes I even deliberately drifted from the star hood just to fall on its space. It's the best feature from Mario Party 3. The gamble ones from the GBA installment also are worth a mention. Leaf Leap from Mario Party 5. Gotta be the one that I most played of all. It's really simple, just leap from one leaf to another. It's the perfect game to test your reflexes and agility skills. Its replay value is also enormous to those who like to do records. That's why I played it so much. The footage you're watching now is of me playing in November 2008. Well, that's all for today, friends. What did you think of my ranking? Feel free to share your opinion with a comment. Subscribe for more top 10s and random stuff with a Brazilian accent. Thanks for watching. Obrigado.